One of the first videos I ever did on this channel was me saying that I think 2020 was the miracle. That we had to go through 2020, that we had to experience the trial and tribulation of 2020 through today. We had to experience this in order to come through the fire changed. I'm encouraged to see that so many other people are beginning to see it the exact same way. And today, listening to the Glenn Beck program, he mentioned that as well. And I don't think it's going to take a number of years. This is going to take a lot of time for people to actually truly understand what it meant to us as a society, as a people, as a nation, to actually go through the trial and tribulation of 2020 through 2024. I'm going to just quickly, and I will of course link to this, I always do, but I am going to show Glenn's thoughts on this. It's just a minute.
It is a blessing, honestly. It is a miracle that he lost in 2020. And I say that, you listen to this show, you remember what I was saying. We're all doomed. We're all going to die, okay? The country is over if we don't correct this in 4 years. We would not have had this president, the man he is today, if it wasn't for his loss in 2020. He had 4 years to go, okay, what did I do wrong? How did they get me? How did they thwart me? How do I stop it? And how do I reverse this machine while dismantling this machine? He is laser focused on that.
I certainly hope he is laser focused on that. There's a number of things that need laser focus. That certainly is one of them. In this,
when you are worried about
apologies. In this, Glenn goes through his conversation he had with the president at Mar-a-Lago. It would be the third, as they were raising money for Prager University, and Dennis Prager, who, thoughts and prayers out to Dennis Prager. We're wishing for the best for you, buddy. We're wishing the best for you. Apparently, Glenn was relaying the story. He fell when he was in the shower and was very severely injured. And I used to listen to his program quite a bit on 1280 The Patriot AM when I could actually get 1280 The Patriot AM. Their signal was rather weak. But Glenn goes through his conversation with the president and reiterates that 2020 is the miracle. 2024 is the result of the miracle. The miracle was going through the trial and tribulation and coming through it as of today, although that could still change before the inauguration, as Glenn does go through in his conversation. The president's biggest concern is nuclear proliferation, which of course is one of my biggest concerns, because you have everyone and their child wanting to get the bomb now. And in this conversation, he stresses that the President Trump, is very concerned about this. Very, very concerned about this. And he talks about how proliferation is going to be one of the biggest issues this globe is going to face in the future. And of course, like I said, I'm going to link this conversation. But one of the things he said in there was, nuclear weapons are for sale. This is not something we want to hear. Nuclear weapons for sale is very, very, very concerning. The delivery systems for these it's inconsequential. When you have a border like the Biden administration has left in this country, you can just walk across with one in a suitcase. Hell, you can drive across with a truck. You can bring a full MIRV into the country if you had the ability. This administration has done nothing to block it. And that's not including the state actors who are out there looking for nuclear weapons. I'm glad that the president is laser focused on this. He also spoke about Putin, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Syria, Turkey. All of these things are intertwined. All of them. It's like they're all going at once. It's like they think they know that there's weakness currently sitting there, and that weakness ends in about 40 days, 60 days. What is it? Today is the 4th? About 50 days. Again, going back to another one of my first videos on this channel, I think we are in the most dangerous time in human history. We are in the most dangerous time in human history. The deep state could do anything they want right now. They have President Trump is not the president yet. And they have all the power and nobody to answer to. They don't care what we think. They don't answer to us. They can antagonize and push and push and push Putin, or push Xi, or push the Iranians, or push the Syrians, or push the Palestinians, or push anybody into doing something stupid that causes World War III, which many people say we're already in, and it's hard to disagree with that, but if we can avoid going nuclear and ending the species, that would be cool. Again, I'm glad the president is laser focused on nuclear proliferation and the deep state. 2020 was the miracle. We had to go through hell before we could go through heaven. We had to feel the pain of the deep state with its boot on our neck before we could appreciate what we had. And we've lost a considerable amount of it. Hopefully we can get it all back. It's an amazing world. Hopefully we don't fry it before the president can save it. It literally feels like he's one of the few people who could actually save it. Which is weird to say, that the guy who did the art of the deal, who was in WrestleManias and all that, is the guy who could potentially save the earth. Like, share, subscribe. Lemon Sour Show.